Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Monday live stream. How's everyone doing? I hope you're doing okay. Well, I hope you're doing better than okay, because I am. Let's say hello to everyone who's here early. Daryl Deemer, Candy Davidson, Denny's Fish Room, Big D Smoke, Tampa Tom, David, hello. What else we got going on here? Who else? Bracken is here. Hello. Joel G N Z. Hello. I think I saw BBA here. Yep, there he is. Mr. Bob Vance from Vance Refrigeration. How you doing? And everyone coming on in, getting their notifications. Pork Slinger is here. It'd be fun if you could play cards during a live stream. Well, if we ever did like a Fish Fam poker tournament, which I think would be the funnest thing I probably could think of. Maybe like a ping pong tournament would be more fun, but I don't know. Like a poker tournament with YouTubers and the Fish Fam would be awesome. Edgar says, wow, everyone is posting videos and live streaming today. Well, I don't know about that. Sunday is kind of the big day for posting videos. And as far as live streaming, it's my normal time for the last 18 years. I have to take a survey. Hold up. Yep. Got to take those surveys. Dank Tanks is here. For every survey you fill out, I get approximately 0.001 cent. It all adds up. David says, poker tournament, I'm in. Absolutely. Dank Tank says, I have a problem. New to Tokay coming Wednesday. That doesn't sound like a problem. That sounds like a gift. I can't play ping pong. Well, we know Candy's going out in the first round then. Big D Smoke is in. Yeah, wouldn't that be fun? Table tennis, ping pong. Ping pong. I think a poker tournament would be really fun. Anyways, who else rolled in? Who else snuck in here? A lot of blue. Jamie McDonald, hello. What's a nice girl like you doing in a live stream like this? Yeah, if you guys were here earlier, it was definitely downhill. It definitely went downhill fast. Jobs, Aquarium Tanks, Mr. Chris, how you doing, my friend? And the Steenfott binge continues. This guy has been binge watching my videos since yesterday. I don't know how. And some really old, like, cringy videos as well. Gerson, hello. Pony Girl, hello. Who else we got? Curtis, hello. Go down, down, down. LR Bretts, I think, is live. Hey, everybody. Yeah, I don't keep my notifications on YouTube, so if people are live, I don't know about it. My notifications just go crazy if I turn on notifications. So I have notifications turned off for absolutely all social media. My phone would be dead in like an hour. So I just throw the ball at the screen and you hit it back. Yeah, something like that. James, hello. Gabriel, hello. Hello. Kawasaki 00000000000. Hello, thanks for tuning in. As the title says, I do have some new stuff. If you follow me or Jimmy or Corey, you know that we hung out at Aquarium Co-op last weekend. And after hours, I don't think I got home till like 1 o'clock. It was pretty fun. 54 Punchy, hello. Debbie Evans says, love the background. Thank you. This is not my tank. But it is a nice background and a nice tank. If anyone was wondering, Gertrude, Pseudomiguel Gertrude are jerks. They try to peck the eyes off autos. I've never experienced that in my life, and pull the legs off of the Amanos in the aquarium tanks. Well, Amanos are jerks too, so it deserves them right. Doubting my plan to put them in the display with cherries. I've never actually had that issue before. You just got some really angry Pseudomiguels. You should have notifications for the only one channel, and that would be Candy Overhauls. I could put notifications on for that channel because it would never go off. So I wouldn't have to worry about it. Bob, was it hangover fun? Well, considering there's 3 of us that don't really drink. Jimmy drinks every once in a while, but it certainly wasn't hangover fun. Although, they need to put Aquashella in Vegas. Let's do Vegas. I don't know why I don't know if they're thinking about it, but if they're not, they should be, because Aquashella in Vegas would be a lot of fun. Plus, it costs like $1 to go to Vegas. It's so cheap, especially if you're gonna do it in August. Like nobody wants to go to Vegas in August, so it's really cheap. Priscilla's here. Hello, Priscilla. Feel terrible about it? About what? RJ Riz. Hello, my friend. What do you feel terrible? Oh. Lost my leopard gecko. I know he's in the room. Any suggestions on lurking him out? Ooh, that's not fun. During the day, probably not gonna find him. Man, that's tough. That's tough. I've had a lot of lizards get out, and it always takes forever to find them. Hello, Punchy 186 Element says, I hope everything is going well with your recovery. Sorry, Priscilla, I have no tips for catching a leopard gecko. Man, it won't even climb up the walls either. That's the problem. When my gecko came out, it was all over the wall and the ceilings. David says, set a bunch of crickets loose in the room. Yeah, that'll do the trick. You'll never find the crickets or the leopard gecko, but you still got to feed the gecko. Fish Tank Barn, how's it going, my friend? Cichlid Dude. Oh, Cichlid Dude, you just reminded me. So, we talked last week about how I ordered 3 different types of African cichlids. Well, out of my order, only 1 came in. So, yeah, pretty disappointed about that. But I'm going to order more this week, and maybe they'll come in this week. I don't know. Hey, how long will fish go without air? Had a power outage, 8 hours, got scary. 100 gallons, 80 gallons, and 10 gallons. The big thing you want to worry about is surface agitation, which, perfect leadway into this guy right here. So, while I was at Aquarium Co-op, I kind of snagged a bunch of products, and one of them was this USB-powered air pump, which is green, obviously, right? You can't see it. So that worked out really well. But fish can go a while as long as you provide surface agitation to the water. So just stir up the water a bit. If I can even get this thing out. This is a USB powered air pump. Here we go. I got it. So this, I just drop it all over the floor. This right here is what you need. So unfortunately it's green, so you're not going to see it. Let me get it out of the package. The nice thing about this, being USB, if you don't have power, you can just plug it into your portable phone charger, right? Everyone has a battery pack for their phone. And it's super quiet. This right here, if you can see it, it is green. It is green. But yeah, it's got a really long cord, which is nice. And I actually saw this thing in action. I haven't tried it out yet. As you saw, I just took it out of the package. But, Lumpy Dog, hello. It actually looks pretty cool. And I'm looking forward to using this if my power ever goes out. But I generally don't have to deal with it. The reason I got this is for a different use, actually. I got this for transporting fish. Sometimes I travel quite a ways to pick up fish and keep them in a bucket. People always ask how long they can be in a bucket. Well, it's USB, and what car does not have a USB plug-in? So I doubt I'll ever use this in the fish room, but I will definitely use this thing when I'm transporting fish in my 5-gallon buckets. So yeah, that's pretty cool. It actually puts out a lot of air, and it is actually super duper quiet. So pretty excited about that. LOL see-through, yeah. Yep, it is. Just imagine, this is the shape though. This is the shape. So it's just like a little round thing that's the exact same green color as my green screen. How I don't even know how you can even plan something like that. There's the front. There's the nipple. Anyways, it's pretty cool. Look it up on the website. I don't even know how much it is because I stole it, but you know, that'll happen. You can't expect me to hang out in a fish store for 5 hours and not sneak away with a few things. But anyways, your power's out. This is perfect for you. I don't have to worry about power outages. My fish room is powered by one central air pump that is on a battery backup. So my power would have to be out for a couple days for me to have to worry about it. What makes my plants dark at the bottom and bright on top? Probably not enough lighting. You can also tell if you don't have enough lighting if you have stem plants and there's no leaves on the bottom and there's lots of leaves on the top. It means you don't have enough light. Anyways, what I missed? $7.99. Yeah, that's totally worth it. $8, can't go wrong. What else? Did I miss anything here? Anybody? Friday Fish Facts. What's going on, Ron? Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everyone else that joined. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. It's just one of those things that are going to be handy to have in the fish room every once in a while. Or sometimes when I'm working in the fish room and I leave my fish in buckets for a while. I mean, technically, they could probably be in there for hours without having to deal with it. What kind of battery backup? So it's a UPS. It's the same type of battery backup that you would use for your computer. So it'll go to like Best Buy and have the big battery backups for your computer that give you like a half hour or 45 minutes. I should test it out to see how long it will run, because I got one of the bigger ones that will run an 800 watt tower for like 45 minutes, and my pump is 50 watts, so you could do the math, and it'll go for a while. So yeah, any universal power supply, any UPS, just look in the computer department. That's usually where they are. Branded guy, what's going on, my friend? Okay, so now what I'm actually really excited about that I got some new food here, and I don't know why fish food makes me really excited, but I'm always happy to try new fish food. And I posted a picture on Instagram that I was at the co-op, and somebody said, get the Sarah catfish tabs extra large, these guys here. And I was like, they make extra large stick-on tabs? I had never even heard of that. So look how big these are. And I don't have the smaller ones to compare it to, but the smaller ones are like dime size, and these are like quarter size. Pretty big. And the thing I don't like about the smaller ones is I feel like they crumble away too fast. And I was telling Corey this, and he was like, well, duh, stupid. That's what they're supposed to do. Which, I mean, it's true. But these ones don't seem to like crumble and fall apart as fast. So I actually like that better. But they're huge, so I'm pretty excited to try these out. I opened this in the store, so that's why it's open. I opened it in the store and went around and stuck it on random tanks in the store. So if you were watching Corey's live stream from that night, that's why they're all over the fish tanks. When he's walking around randomly, you see him like stuck on the fish tanks. So the smaller ones they're a little bit thicker. I'm not gonna say they're a lot thicker. They're just a little thicker. But and then I also got this stuff here, the flakes, the tropical flakes. And I'll tell you, the first thing I like about these is that, rip this plastic off. All right, I like these because you look in there, they don't dye their food. Like every other fish company thinks they need to put dye in their food. So I thought that was pretty cool. What's the first ingredient? Fish meal. That's all right. Wheat flour. It's got spirulina, algae, sea algae. I mean, all right. So it's got spirulina algae and sea algae. All right. Lots of good stuff in here. And I like the way it smells. Like, fish food doesn't smell well, but I feel like the worse it smells, like the better the food is. That's just kind of my own theory. But yeah, I like it. And for some reason, I don't know why, I like that they use paper on their container instead of plastic. I mean, yeah, the container is plastic, but I don't know. Paper feels better. That's probably the dumbest thing ever, but oh yeah, it says right there, free from dyes and preservatives. So that's pretty cool. So I guess I'm gonna have to do a feeding video, feeding all my fish, and show how this stuff works. But at least that'll be a quick and easy video to make. But yeah, pretty happy about these. Here, gluten-free. I'm surprised they don't put gluten-free on this stuff yet. I mean, that's like the marketing scheme of the last 10 years, right? Gluten-free. Buy this bottled water. It's gluten-free. Oh my God. Gluten-free. free. And everyone with their fake gluten intolerance. I know there's people out there that actually have celiac disease or whatever you want to call it, but let's be real here. It's not nearly as much as people say. And I have this other food here too. Cole is here. Hello. Is Deb here too? Jeff Rhodes, fish keeping. Hello. I don't think I have, but if I miss any super chats, hopefully someone will remind me because I'm not really paying attention right now. But I don't think I missed any yet. But here's the other ones I got. I just took the plastic off this. The catfish chips wafers with food. Smells pretty bad. Must mean it's pretty good. Also gluten free. Nice. So yeah, I said I needed something for my plecos besides rapashi, because like everyone else, sometimes I just get lazy and don't want to make rapashi. So these have a really nice texture. You can almost eat these like chips. But anyways, yeah, so pretty excited to try these out here. I'll show it to you again. Catfish chips. Wafers with wood. Contains willow bark and alder cones. All right, for healthy and vital catfish. Yeah. Anyway, it's pretty neat. One of the things I still nerd out about definitely is fish food, and it's weird. Like I've always stayed away from Sarah food because it's kind of like in the food realm, it's pretty expensive. But then I'm thinking like I only buy the most expensive. Well, just because it's expensive doesn't mean it's the best, but like the best dog food I can get. Raw, feed raw, really expensive, and you know, I go out of my way to get the best stuff for like my dogs and my lizards. But here I am buying just like cheap run-of-the-mill fish food for my fish, and so I was like, you know what? Fish are friends. They deserve nice food. So we'll see if this works out. I don't know. It seems pretty awesome. What else did I get? Oh, I got these little caves. Your pleco is gluten intolerant. There you go. So I've never actually used something like this, but I got these little shrimp domes that you can like tie moss to. So yeah, I don't know. Like I'm trying to think because I got like 5 of these. I took like 5 of these, and I'll hold it up to the camera for you. Here you go. See. And I know that people like wrap moss around it and just set it down, but I'm trying to think of something like creative way of using this in the fish tank versus just like setting it on the substrate and letting it be. He hates everything. What kind of stream is this? Stroke, nipple. Oh, jeez. Do you vaccinate your fish? Oh, jeez. Here we go. My pleco gave up gluten-free for Lent. Nice. Anyway, so yeah. I don't know. Here. Let's raise this up a little bit. There we go. There's the microphone. Boom. There we go. I finally found something to use these for. There. Hello. And then I got a pleco cave too. I think I got a couple of these. Basically the same thing. Made out of the same thing. And then for plecos, these are probably a little too large for my Hypancistrus, but like my Baryancistrus, this will work really good for them. Same with like my Paraplecos. So yeah, this is definitely probably for larger cichlids. Bristlenose plecos would do really well with these, but not a lot of my Hypancistrus are gonna like this cave because it's a little too big for them. But yeah, this is pretty sweet. I actually like this. I like that it's a dark brown. Unlike the clay ones are brown, but it's like a really light brown. And so I like that it's dark brown. It'll be easier to hide. What else? Oh, now something else that's really plain that I'm really excited about. This is just a sponge pad. That's it. But it's like it's cut to fit. So you guys know when I run my hang-on back filters that I don't use the media that comes with it. I just use batting. But now I'm really excited to be able to use this foam. See foam. And it's really coarse, so it won't get all mucked up and clogged up really fast. But I'm actually pretty excited to use this. It's going to work really well with how... It smells weird. I don't know how to describe that smell. It smells like new boat smell. Not new car smell. New boat smell. Not that I've ever bought a new boat because, you know, I'm not a YouTube millionaire, but I used to build yachts way back in the day. So that's what it kind of reminds me of. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. Maybe you'll see in a video on how I set up my hang-on back filters, but cool foam, Bob. Yeah, smelly foam. But yeah, and then actually, oh, there's one more thing I wanted to show you that's gonna make you guys happy. Did you hear Jeff Raps is retiring? I did hear that Jeff Raps, Tangled Up in Cichlids, is retiring and possibly passing on his business or selling it to someone else or giving it away. I have no idea. So maybe Tangled Up in Cichlids will keep going. I think we have to wait and hear about that. But yep, Jeff Raps is retiring. Like formaldehyde? No. I'm gonna like pass out dead here pretty soon. Anyways, you guys will appreciate this because when I'm making videos, this is like, let's get rid of this. This is distracting me now. Move this back to normal. One of the most comments, like by far probably my #1 comment besides Bob, you're so awesome, is Bob, stop being lazy and clean your glass. So I took a bottle of this stuff, glass acrylic cleaner. We'll see how it works. Oh, should we do the smell test? Hey, this doesn't smell at all. It's odorless, ammonia-free, aquarium-safe, glass and acrylic. We're gonna put that back on because that's just dripping down into the nether regions. That's just great. Apparently that squirter was full. Let me do some maintenance here. All right. My crotch is free of water spots. All right. Anyway, so yeah, this will actually be the very first time I use a Fritz product. So we'll see. We'll see. Spray it behind your ears. There it goes. Oh. So fresh and so clean. All right, so it works for behind your ears, and it'll help repel dust and fingerprints from behind my ears. I like that. Reduces friction when using magnet cleaners. Oh, yeah, I got a magnet cleaner sitting here somewhere. And actually, I got a message from Candy earlier asking if I've ever used this. So you guys see like your normal mag floats here? Yeah, they're pretty cool. They don't work on green spot algae, but let's be honest, what does? Hopefully this. It actually has razor blades that attach to the mag float, and this is not frustration-free packaging. This is very frustrating packaging, so I'm not going to open it because I don't want to nerd rage on this stream. But I'm pretty excited to try that out. I'll be really surprised if this works on green spot algae. I would be really surprised, but... scraper blade sold separately. Oh, I got it right here. It doesn't look okay. Here's a problem that I might see with this is it doesn't look like these are interchangeable blades. Let me read the packaging. Clean outside aquarium surface before yeah. Do not use mag float above waterline. Okay, keep mag float away. Mag float. Avoid leaving the stainless steel in salt water. You think? Yeah, I don't know if these blades are interchangeable. I'll figure it out when I actually open the package, but yeah, that looks pretty cool. I mean, ooh, it's so slick back here now. That does get rid of green spot algae. I don't know. I got some pretty gnarly green spot algae. Twisty Ride says the scraper really works. Well, I'm looking forward to using it. I did get some other stuff, but I think I left a bag downstairs. But yeah, so I'm pretty excited. Maybe I'll do like a day in the fish room video. It's been a while since I've done one of those, and just kind of use all this stuff at once. And well, no, I don't want to do that. I think I'll do like a feeding video, and then I'll use this other stuff in a different video, maybe something like that. I don't know. Not interchangeable. Buy new for $20. Holy smokes! But I bet you could sharpen it. I bet you could use a knife sharpener on it. Do you trust a drop checker or the pH-KH chart more? Every shrimp I've moved to the display has died. Only difference is the display tank is CO2 and nitrates from Easy Green. Boy, I've actually never used the drop checker. I just go by, honestly, if I got a 40-gallon tank, then I do like a certain amount of bubbles per hour, depending on, or a minute, depending on how much CO2 up. But I always go really light on CO2 because I don't really have a lot of CO2 demanding plants, even when I had CO2 tanks. But so I've never used a drop checker, but I've heard a lot of horror stories about them. It's like there's no in between when it comes to drop checkers. You got the people that say they're necessary, they work great, you need them, and then you got the other people that say, I just look at my plants and my fish and know when it's too much. Which is, I'm kind of in that boat over there. There was one time that I almost fried all my fish. I don't remember how, but I accidentally turned the CO2 all the way up. And luckily I came back into the room after like 15 minutes and saw all the fish gasping for air. And I threw in like every air stone I could find and did a huge water change. Typo new blades are $11. I guess that's not bad depending on how long they last. Have you had to replace? How long have you had it before you've had to replace it? And honestly, if it gets rid of green spot algae, like I would pay double that. Seriously, green spot algae is the bane of my existence. But yeah, so I don't really like drop checkers. I feel like there's a lot of unnecessary equipment in the hobby that's just there to get money out of you. You can do like the test kits, but honestly, the only thing I ever monitored when I ran CO2 was the pH. That's it. What happened? I heard something about the co-op. I just got a box from the co-op today and realized I forgot the mag float scraper. Oh, I think there's a link in the chat here somewhere for you to use. Full discretion here, guys. I did not steal this stuff. I did get it for free though. And so I gotta thank Corey for hooking me up with this stuff. But I do have the affiliate link, so maybe one of you guys can click on that link and buy stuff so I can keep getting free stuff. Because if he keeps giving me free stuff and I don't get any sales out of it, eventually that river is gonna dry up and I won't get anything free anymore. If I can't get stuff for free, then why am I doing this? Just kidding. But we'll see. I don't know. This is part of the transition on going full time, is, you know, trying to make a little bit more affiliate money from companies that I actually like. So hopefully it goes all right. We'll see. Hey Bob, cool video and thanks so much for the info. What video? The live stream or yesterday's video? Kayla Aquatics says, did you get the fish today? My fish come in on Fridays, if you're talking to me. And the three types of cichlids that I ordered last week, only one came in. Put your affiliates in the About tab so I can check later. Yeah, I think I have one in there, but I need to like update a lot of my videos. I've been working on it. I've slowly been rolling through my videos and adding it, but you know, if you guys, you know, don't feel like I'm not trying to pressure you into using my affiliate links, but free stuff for free advertising. Yeah, I mean, basically, I will tell you, out of all the companies, Aquarium Co-op is the only one that understands the value of social media. The offers that I get from other companies is honestly like insulting. It's absolutely insulting. So I don't know if you know, like in every other genre, like I feel like everybody else has this figured out. Automotive, tech, like I don't know, man. This industry is run by a bunch of old dudes that probably don't even know how to use Facebook, so I guess I can't expect them to understand. Is there any? I mean, I just can't imagine why these companies don't like me. I just can't. Love the rummy nose behind. Easily one of my favorite fish. Yes, I've only actually kept rummy nose once, and it's because I got a tank for free that had rummy nose in them, and there was only like 2 or 3 left. But yeah. 54 Punchy says hi Bob. Hello 54 Punchy. He has made his business on social media. It's been impressive. Yeah, it's kind of like a model on how to run your business successfully. How can I say this? I mean, I'm not trying to like stroke his ego, but you see all these local fish stores going out of business, and it's because they refuse to adapt. Like, they've been around so long and they've done things a certain way, and I mean, it's not just local fish stores though. It's all stores. Sears, Toys R Us, all these companies are going bankrupt because they refuse to change their business model to like the times that we live in, and not even the times that we live in now, but the times of like 20 years ago when the internet came out. They all came on board way too late. I feel like there's a lot of companies that do that, but obviously it can be done. He pays his employees a ridiculous amount. I mean, I don't know what like Petco or PetSmart pays, but I guarantee you it's not $17 an hour with full medical, full dental. Well, I don't know. I shouldn't say full medical, full dental, but medical, dental, vacation. It's ridiculous. Anyways, what's up? Can you run sponge filters without the lift tube? Some of my fish like to get stuck in there. Shake my head. You can run them without the lift tube, but the lift tube obviously has some purpose, so you just won't get the same amount of flow going through your sponge filter, but it'll absolutely still work. Serpays are so annoying. I get what? Nice-ish ones in the store, and when I put a school in my tank, they dull down. They dull down to brownish beige color, but they never nip. Anyone know where I can get some nice red Serpays? You're probably getting them from like big. I don't know if you're getting from like PetSmart or Petco, but in my opinion, they don't really have really colorful fish. Kaylor says, maybe just refer to me as Kaylor Bob, and I can't tell which you're talking to. Oh, sorry. I think one of the best things that Corey does is do the right thing. He always tries to do the right thing. Customers love this. Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't. So I'm like huge into customer service. That's kind of my deal. I was in retail for 10 years, tech support for another too many years. So, like, if you can't do customer service, you shouldn't be in business. And there's still a lot of companies that don't get that. And it's definitely do whatever it takes to make the customer happy. I used to work for Comcast, and they hated me because I would give out free stuff all the time. But it was the right thing to do. Oh, you've had problems with your internet for a month? Let me just give you a free month. And, then I get yelled at, but whatever. That was me paying my dues out of college. You know, everyone, if you're getting in the tech industry, you almost always have to pay your dues somewhere in a job like that. But it was actually a pretty good company to work for. But you get to live in Kentucky, VSAG 14 in Canada. What do we got going on? On prior Bob advice, I got 8 Kamakas and 24 Gertrude for the 40 long cherry tank. Not liking the Gertrude, honestly. Add more Kamakas, mix in some Macolochai or Praycocks. How many? If you get rid of the, well, I mean, honestly, a huge school of Kamakas looks really nice. There's a video on YouTube with some really big, colorful Kamakas. And I say big for, a dwarf rainbow species, but between Macolochai or Praycocks, that's kind of a personal preference. Macolochai are going to have the long, slender body, and the Praycocks are going to be more rotund. Is that even a word? I don't know. They're more big-bodied, but still pretty small. So I mean, that's kind of a personal preference to you. I think, of course, I mean the rainbow fish. To me, they both look amazing. So I guess that's gonna be personal preference to you. And the problem with the 40 long is absolutely nothing because it is one of my favorite tanks. You could probably do. I would start with 8 and see how that goes of either. That would be my starting point. It is cool having a phone I can chat in at work, but autocorrect is killing me. Oh, Susan is here. Sorry, I missed you, Susan. Hello. I use the lift tube with a hose attached to run an overhead filter with plants. There you go. Oh, man, I feel like I missed a lot. What's the minimum wage there? Our minimum wage is $7.25. I don't even know. I mean, I don't mean to sound like an a-hole, but I've never worked for minimum wage. Even when I was 15, I didn't have a minimum wage job, so I couldn't tell you. I don't know. Corey was made for retail. He's the perfect personality for it. He's just made for business. I'm pretty sure that dude likes business more than he likes fish. I mean, just saying. Flower horn tank mates. If I had a flower horn, I wouldn't keep anything with it. That's my opinion. That's what I would do. I used to not like Corey's videos, found them boring, but now I love them. He's so smart and truly betters the hobby. Long live the co-op. It goes in phases for everyone. I mean, I feel like my videos are the most boring. But I guess you're your own worst critic, right? By the time one of my videos hits YouTube, I've already seen it like 100 times just because of editing. So it may not look like it, but I spend a lot of time editing. Can I do 4 more Kamakas, 12 total, 8 Makolichai? Absolutely. Absolutely you could. 20 rainbow fish and a 40 long is perfectly acceptable. My Geophagus pellegrini finally spit a fry. The Oscars had field day. I feel bad, but I'm not set up for breeding and raising Geophagus. Oh man, that would have been a fun group to grow up. I would have taken them. I'm getting a 90 gallon soon. My water is naturally soft. Can I get some ideas for stocking? My pH is always below 6. You could use like a crushed coral substrate to help kind of buffer it if you wanted to, like aragonite, something like that. As far as soft water, you could do like rams, discus, lots of different tetras. I don't know. Do you want more ideas? Epistogrammas would work in soft water. Basically, anything from Brazil, South America. Angelfish, all of the above. Curtis says, do another Mustang video with Jimmy. Yeah, Jimmy is a very busy guy. It's turned out to be a little bit more difficult to kind of coordinate all that stuff. But I agree. They want to give us a Super Snake, which is like 700 and some horsepower to play with. And Ford Ranger, the new Ford Ranger they want us to do. But I don't know if we'll be able to make it happen, especially with Jimmy moving across country. It might be kind of hard. But I wish we could do more. Now I need to figure out what to do with those Gertrude. I mean, can you turn them back in for store credit? You're going to take a hit. Or if you have a local fish club, maybe put them for sale. I don't know. Big D Smoke says you can't live on 12. Oh, is it $12 an hour? Well, I mean, minimum wage is not made to live on, so you shouldn't be able to live on minimum wage. Will Rosie Barbs do well in a community? By the way, I am a huge fan of your channel. Great video. Well, thank you. Rosie Barbs, they'll get a bit nippy, so don't put too fragile a fish in there, but. Carlos, hey, what's going on, Carlos? Where is Jimmy moving to? He's moving back to Ohio in June or July. I don't remember which. I think June, but don't quote me on it. So yeah, Rosie Barbs will do okay in a community as long as you're not doing like nano fish or something like that. Is Jimmy leaving the co-op? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Big D says I was responding to someone. Oh yeah, well that's just my, that's. Still gonna change what I said. then I am responding to whoever you were responding to as well. Is Jimmy leaving the co-op? I don't know if Jimmy's going to work with the co-op or if he's going to do his own thing. Honestly, it's Ohio, and he's got 25,000 subscribers, which is probably enough to live on in Ohio. So, I don't know. I don't know if he's going to keep editing for co-op. I don't know if he's just going to go full-time on his own. So, I don't know. Love the channel. I currently have a 75-gallon community with a 22-inch. Man, that's small. Fire eel. That's a pretty big fire eel, but it's going to get bigger. The Gutrudes were ordered from the wet spot. I haven't been able to find good rainbows in the Bay Area. When you find low-quality ones, they are much more expensive than just ordering and paying shipping. Yep. And shipping's not even that bad for you. In California. At least I wouldn't think so. I mean, coming from Oregon. Hello, Thailand. My rosy barbs are very simple-minded and are dorks of my fish tanks. Yeah, you just gotta remember, just about any barb is gonna be, has the potential to be a fin nipper. So just keep that in mind. Like, even cherry barbs can get a little ornery sometimes. Ohio is the best. Yeah, I was always thinking, like, where could you move to do like YouTube full time? And Ohio is probably like the #1 state. There's a reason like all the huge YouTubers live in Ohio, because it's like you could certainly live like a king in Ohio on YouTube income. Just saying hi, digging what you do, keep it up, thank you. Well, thank you, Byron, I appreciate it means a lot to me. Rio, hello, Rio. After having tried sips with multis in a 60-gallon, I preferred just multis, no sips. Also, I did have Parasiprochromis and Leptosoma fish overdose. I like Parasips and multis, but yo, thank you, Ross. What? I don't even know what that means. Ohio, thank you, Ross. I don't get it, Jimmy. I don't get it. Well, everyone's going to say hi to Jimmy. After having tried... Jimmy, you should have been here 5 minutes ago. Everyone said we need to make another Mustang video. So, we should do that before you leave. Well, I've tried making a comment about new Aquion Pro, and it's failed to show up in the chat twice. I have no idea what to tell you, my friend. Is the comment too long? There is a 200 character limit. Jimmy says, what's up? Jimmy, the people want to know. Actually, I won't put you on the spot. The people want to know when we're going to make another Mustang video. When we're going to make another car video. Yep. Just saying. The people want it. And by people, I mean one person. I have noticed that there are a lot more YouTubers sprouting up around here. Yeah, like, I mean, Roman Atwood's lived there forever, but that's a dude with, like, 20 million subscribers between both his channels. And that dude is definitely living like a king in Ohio, I can tell you. It's from friends when Ross couldn't guess the few states from Chandler's game, and Rachel's boyfriend says Ohio, and Ohio says thank you. But then he ended up already having Ohio, so... just say. Mid-May for Mustang. We got to plan a month out. Are you kidding me? Dang. With my fire eel, I have 5 silver dollars, a bunch of Odessa barbs from Co-op, some Corys, and bristlenose. All right. Jay's Aquatics, what's going on, buddy? Good evening, everyone. Oh, excuse me. Okay, the overhop with the aquarium co-op link. Thank you. Hit the like and share button, everyone. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate it. Really, like, it sucks that it's only April. It's tax day. But it sucks that it's only April because I'm already getting, like, the itch. Like, I can't wait to go back to Jersey. To the, to New York. I mean, I'm going to go to the aquatic experience as an excuse to go to New York. But, I don't know. I've been thinking about it a lot lately. I can't wait. And the reason I'm thinking about that now is because I'm going to go with Chris. And Chris, I was talking to Charles, who's probably going to go. And so it should be like you, V-Stag, Charles, and I in New York, going to Chinatown. Although I'm going to order a burger when we go out for Chinese food because Chinese food is gross. But yeah. Anyways, little tangent there. Plus, I don't really have the time. Good evening, everyone. How'd that smell, Bob? What? How'd what smell? What are you talking about? I smelled a lot of things. Smells like chloroform. Just subscribe to Swisky today. Really enjoy the video editing and special effects. Yeah, the dude is insane. Apparently, he's moving to Akron, Ohio. Best advice for starting a Neocardinia Blue Dream Colony? Well, epic fishing. I would get as many as you can afford, depending on what you want out of it. If your goal is to breed a lot of them and have a ton of them, then get as many as you can afford. They're really easy care shrimp to care for. Any Neo, any cherry shrimp. They're just a type of cherry shrimp. Well, a different coloration. You know what I mean. Anyways, a lot of people blame their gear acquisitions on me. I'm totally fine with it. And my other advice is make sure your tank is not cycled, but I'm going to say seasoned or well established. Shrimp do way better in tanks that have been set up for a long time. When you have like all that microfilm and all that stuff for them to just graze on. Setting up a tank and then putting shrimp in it like 2 weeks later is really tough to do. Swisky does say a lot of people blame their gear acquisitions on me. I'm totally fine with it. Yeah. It's if only they could use your affiliate links while they're doing that, right? That would help out. That would help a guy drive across country and pay for some gas. Do you know what fish spots you're going to hit in New York City? I don't. I've never been to New York City. I'm very sad that I didn't go last year, and so I'm going to go this year. I don't know why my comment didn't show up. Was supposed to say I consider starting a channel, but everything has been done 10 times over by other channels and don't have the time. Really? Well, there are like 100,000 channels, and there's really like no there's no like new I don't know, like everything's been done so often. Is there really any new original content anymore? I don't know. Good idea, Bob. I don't know what you're talking about. I kind of say a lot of things, so I just tune myself out. I now seed my shrimp tanks with Bacter AE a couple weeks before introduction. What I do is I use really, really old sponge filters. I'll grab just the nastiest sponge filter I have, and I'll put that in a new shrimp tank. And just them feeding on a sponge filter is good. Really good. Nicholas Hammond says, Pleco Foods. I don't know if you're responding to someone else or asking a question. I don't know. Ciclet Center says, just do what you want to do. Be yourself and be genuine. That's my take. Yes. And you got to be, my thing that I always say is you got to be unapologetic. You got to be who you are, and you don't got to care if you piss people off, if you offend people. This is the day and age when everyone gets offended, so you really shouldn't care. Just be yourself and don't apologize for it. A lot of people say something and they're like, oh, I'm sorry. Well, clearly that's what you think, so don't apologize. Just be yourself. John Brewster says, I'll learn how to compose better questions. But don't be discouraged. Like, do YouTube for fun. That's what I would say. Do it for fun. This is probably the funnest part of my YouTubing is the live stream, because I get to hang out with people. I got to work on that, Bobo. Unapologetic. Yes, just be yourself. I know that Jimmy is a perfect example of this, because Jimmy is always going outside of the box in his videos in our genre, right? So Jimmy watches a lot of different channels from all over the place, and he gets all this inspiration and all these ideas, and then he takes all these ideas and inspirations and puts them into one of his videos, and people are like, what the F is this? Like, this is supposed to be a fish video. And he's like running around and doing like cool effects, and I'm like, yeah, it's awesome. That's what Jimmy likes, you know? That's what Jimmy does. He has awesome edits and awesome special effects, especially for a fish channel, and he's got really good quality, and people are like, oh, they get all pissed, and you just don't care, man. Who cares? At the end of the day, who cares what these random people that complain? It's nobody in this live stream is complaining about your videos, and these are the people, you know, that are like most loyal, the people that show up to your live streams. If they have time. I'm not saying the people that don't come here are not loyal, but like, just do what you want to do, my friend. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't really know what's coming out of my mouth, but that's what I'm trying to say. Don't apologize. Just ignore it. Just ignore it. I think there's been about maybe twice in the last 3 years that I haven't ignored a comment and actually responded. But, you know, sometimes I'm feeling a little ornery. You know, maybe I didn't get enough sleep. Maybe I had a bad steak. I don't know. So maybe 2 or 3 times when I responded to a comment and it was mean. But normally I just delete them and move on. I don't got time for that crap. Ginger says, Swisky makes some cool videos. I like their originality. Swisky is too talented. New life spectrum. 3mm sinking pellets work great for plecos. It stays solid till the plecos get it. Oh, if you're looking for pleco food, look at that right there. Look at that right there. Catfish chips from Sarah. Gluten free. Actually, I shouldn't even joke about that because I don't know if they are gluten free. But they smell good. What am I tossing in the air? Oh, it's a little shrimp hut deal for shrimpies. Just tossing in the air, you know. A month ago, you went off on a comment and told them to unsub right now. Oh, that was like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, because I finally do more than one video a week, right? And some guy's like, oh, why do I don't even know if he might even be in this chat. I don't know. It'd be funny if he was. But he's like, why do I even have notifications clicked for a 4-minute video when you only put out one video a week? It's not even worth it. And I was like, dude, this is my 4th video in 6 days. like, what are you doing? What are you talking about? I finally do more than one video a week and you get angry. Jeez. So yeah, that was kind of funny. And he was like, oh, well, I guess I didn't get the notifications. I'll see my way out. And then I was like, see ya. Shrimp Shack. That was the vid I really liked too. I don't even remember what video that was. When I'm looking at the comments, it doesn't. Well, maybe it shows. Oh yeah, it shows the videos off to the right. But I just look at like a blanket list of comments and don't really pay attention to what video they're on. Would a sailfin molly interbreed with a balloon molly? Probably. Have meat-free checkout lanes made in your area yet? Have meat-free checkout lanes. Meat-free checkout lanes? Are you kidding me? I don't even know why. Why is that even a thing? Do a video on pleco food. Well, I will feed those to my plecos and put it on camera and see if they like it. You shouldn't be like that, Bob. Like what? Like what? I always thought a Bob vlog would be great. Yeah, I actually own a YouTube channel named Bob's Vlogs. I do. I've just never ever talked about it till right now. There's 0 content on it, so why would I talk about it? What don't people complain about? Okay, I'll message you on Facebook or something. You must be talking to someone else. Meat-free checkout lanes. Yeah, that sounds ridiculous. Oh. Must be talking to Swisky. Crystal's Pets and Plants. Hello, Crystal. Vegan checkout lanes. Meat-free checkout lanes are blasphemy. I would be okay with meat-free checkout lanes if there was a meat-only checkout lane, because that would be me. Like, I got my steaks, I got my beef jerky, I got my chicken breast. I'm good to go. Oh, and my chicken wings. Yep. Oh, and my sausage and my bacon. Like, that's all I buy at the store is meat. So give me my meat. Give me my meat lane. Yeah. Anyways, it's a sister channel to Candy's. I think Candy's channel has more subscribers than my gaming channel. That's how bad my gaming channel is. Richard says, Corridoras on Eco Complete too sharp. I have kept Corridoras on Eco Complete many times and have never had an issue. However, if you go on the internet, you will be castrated if you say that you put Corridoras on Eco Complete. Jeff is right there with me. I have mine with Eco Complete, no problem. Eco Complete is my favorite Planet Tank substrate, and I've never had an issue, even with smaller species. Oh, I did get new Corridoras last week. Aspidoras Cuda punctatus or something like that. I don't know how to pronounce the name, but they're Aspidoras, not Corridoras. But they may have been recently reclassified as Corridoras. When I was talking to Rachel O'Leary, she mentioned that. But I never looked it up. But the common name is six-ray Corry. And they're just a small little Corry. They're not as small as pygmy Corries, but they're about the same size as like Habrosis. And they are probably my second favorite Corridora of all time. They're so awesome. Fish keeping ruined my gaming hobby. I haven't played a PS4 in months. That would be a horrible shopping experience. Have to bring all your groceries to the corresponding lane. Standing in line forever. Nah, let all the vegans stand in line. I'm gonna be in my meat-only lane, just blowing through there because I actually know how to use a self-checkout machine. I don't pay with exact change. I don't use checks. I'm just pew, in and out of there. Nothing worse than getting stuck behind someone that has to use exact change, that has to pay with. I actually got stuck behind someone like 2 weeks ago that was paying with a check, and I'm like, are you serious? I'm like, we've been standing in line for 10 minutes, but you wait till you see the total before you start filling it out. Like, you could have had the name on there, you could have had it signed, you could have had the date, you could have had all that on there, but you wait till all your groceries are rung up, and then you start writing your check. Ugh. So dumb. I'm shipping RCS for the first time. Do you have any hints? So the biggest thing, I think, when it comes to shipping is obviously knowing your temperature, which you do, but the temperature of where you're shipping, and then the thing that a lot of people miss is the temperature in between. Like, if I ship something to Florida, it's warm here, it's warm in Florida, but it's going to go through, like, the Midwest where it's snowing right now. So, the other thing I would tell you is put something in there, like a screen or some floating plants, something for them to grab onto. And then I would also use what are the bags that you don't put air in? Breather bags. I would use breather bags for shrimp. Absolutely, breather bags. And it'll make their ride way easier. A check? What is this, 1991? Yeah, I don't even think I've had a checkbook since the 90s. Are you shopping on Old Age Pensioners Day, Bob? I guess. Man. I have Corys on Black Diamond Blasting Sand. No issues at all. I wish I could have kept shrimp in my tank, but the water here is very soft, and my fire eel may have a feast. Yeah, I think your biggest issue is going to be the fire eel more than the soft water. Old farmers use checks. That's alright, because I'm not shopping where they shop. You must be talking to Steenfott, Brandon. Are you shopping? Oh, yeah, definitely. Anyways, I'll try to cut back the ranting. I feel like that was like 10 minutes of straight rants. Let's see. What do we got? Fish stuff. I got 2 tanks. We go complete with Corys and Bold. No problem. Will German blue rams care for fry? Because I'm thinking about breeding a pair I bought. Okay, Nicholas. Nicholas says, will German blue rams care for fry? Because I'm thinking about breeding a pair. So they are fish that will care for their fry, but it might take a couple spawns for them to figure it out. When I was breeding Bolivian rams, the first spawn, they actually hatched. They actually were parenting them for a day, and then they ate them. The next spawn, I think I made it to 3 or 4 days before they ate them. And then finally on the third spawn, they were like, maybe I shouldn't eat my babies anymore. And then they cared for the fry. So, yeah. Yes, they will, but sometimes it can take them a few spawns to figure out that they're parents and that they shouldn't eat their kids. Rainbow Fish and Aqua Clear. Hey, I'm a pensioner who doesn't use checks at the store. No inexperienced fish keepers who are also chemists by trade. Well, chemist by trade. Besides Gary Lang, I think only Gary Lang. Gary Lang could be Walter White. Like, I feel like Gary Lang could definitely be Walter White. If you ever met Gary Lang in person, he's Walter White. I guarantee it. Otherwise, I can't think of anyone. I mean, there might be, and I might know. I just can't. Gary Lang's the only one that comes to mind right now. You must be old if you're trying to defend it. Somebody forgot that like button. Don't forget to hit the like button. Here, I'll like my own stream right now. Where's the like button? Oh, I don't have a like button. Never mind. I don't get it on this side. Aqua Pros. Oh yeah, Aqua Pro. See, he's not really a fish keeper. He's a YouTuber. He's a YouTuber. He's not a fish keeper. Yeah. I'm just kidding. Yeah, Aqua Pros. I believe has a master's, maybe a PhD. I don't know. He's actually a really smart dude. And I've got to hang out with him. I've got to hang out with him a few times, and he's pretty smart. I agree, Bob. He could be Walter White. Yeah. See, anybody who's met Gary Lang, like, you know, I'm not implying that he's like cooking meth, guys. I'm just saying, like, he's like that. He's got that feisty personality, which is great. Nicholas wants to know my favorite fish. Can anybody answer that? My favorite fish are rainbow fish. Bentley, I think I'm going to break down my pre-AGA on what we talked about, talking to Swisky. My favorite fish is rainbow fish. That is true. RKL Aquatics says, like. You only got a few minutes left to like. Like it. Like it up. I miss Mike's white lab coat. Yes, I was actually talking to another YouTuber who was like, I think he needs to go back to that. He used to do like these educational videos, and I get why he doesn't, because hardly anybody watches those compared to like a regular video. But yeah, I mean, those were pretty cool. That was like his shtick for like 3 years, maybe 2 years. I don't know. But methylene blue is what we use to cure fish disease. That is absolutely true, Fish Tube. That is really funny. I didn't even put that together till right then. I'm going to say methylene blue so that I don't get demonetized and unkid friendly. If I said that, YouTube would strike me down so hard. Cool. Give them something to hang on to. Breather bags and temperature management. Thank you. Yep. And I mean, honestly, cherry shrimp are really, really good shippers. So they can. I know, who was it? Somebody shipped shrimp, maybe Sergeant Tanks. I forget. And the package got lost, and they showed up like 10 or 12 days later, and they were still alive. So they are the ones that endure. How you figure? Okay, and now the grind through traffic. Ugh. Hardly anything worse than Seattle traffic. Well, there's a lot of things worse than traffic, but traffic sucks, especially in Seattle. Crayfish food. I am not allowed to have crayfish, therefore I have never kept them. But you're going to want something with calcium, something high in calcium. Like the Hikari crab something. Hikari crab something, I think, is a real thing. If you Google it, Hikari crab cuisine is what it's called. Yes, that is what I would recommend for crayfish, or crabs, or lobsters, or shrimp. Dang Tank says, I'm 29 and I'm old. I'm old enough to be your grandfather. You're really old. I'm just messing with you. What else we got? I wish I was 29 again. Say that 3 times. She shipped shrimp. She shipped shrimp. She shipped shrimp. Although I did not say that very fast. You didn't say to say it fast. 49 here. 50 is like the new 32. Oh, am I not all the way to the bottom? Or are your eyeballs just really low? IFG's eyeballs are really low. I don't know what you're looking at. That makes it look like you're looking at yourself, dude. You need your eyeballs to look the other way, because that's just weird. Wow, good job. Are discus really hard to keep, as some people say, or is it simpler than I think? I think it's simpler than you think, but I don't think it's a beginner fish. It also depends. Like discus for me in my area, since my water is very soft, it would be very easy for me to keep discus. But if you're like in Florida or Texas, then you might have to do some water chemistry there and change your parameters a bit. But otherwise, like for me, it'd be really easy. But I don't think they're as hard as people say. I think they've been captive bred so much now that I don't know. I'd be surprised. Someone was just saying they got demonetized for saying the wet spot. Well, you can't really. I would have to disagree for two reasons. One, they never tell you why you're. They don't say why you got demonetized. They just say you're demonetized. Two, you don't actually get demonetized. You get certain ads that won't play on your channel. So family-friendly ads won't play on your channel. You'll still get ads. YouTube still wants to make money. So getting demonetized doesn't mean that you're not getting ad revenue. And then three, I've said the wet spot like 1,000 times on my channel without problems. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm buying that. The main thing that happens is the closed captioning. If you go onto videos and the people that upload with the automatic closed captioning, I think I have mine turned off just for that reason. If you actually turned on closed captioning and watch what YouTube thinks you're saying, it actually puts a lot of swear words in there. So if you're saying like ship with a P, it'll put on, with a T. And then it'll have you saying that like 100 times in one video. Especially, if you're, what if you're talking about lots of ships? Then it'll just put that you're talking about poop, and then it'll demonetize you. That's where I think a lot of people get demonetized from. Like, if you're ever bored and want to have some laughs, turn on closed captioning and see what Google thinks you're saying. Don't like your own live stream, you'll go blind. Yeah. My LFS has sold the same electric blue crayfish 4 times. It eats people's fish, and they return it to the store. Is that what the end of that was? And they bring it back to the store. Yeah, I feel like they're not pre-qualifying. I have an 8-inch Mbu puffer and a 150. What size will the current tank be too small? How long will it take? So Mbu puffers, they can either go really slow or really fast. So mine grows really slow because I only feed it every other day. Whereas you see Corey's gets fed like 100 times a day. So really it just depends on how much you're feeding it. And then I can't really give you how long that 150 is going to work because it's just going to depend on what size. If you're asking what size, I honestly, if you have the money for a larger tank, I would do it as soon as you have the money for it. If you have the money now, do it now. If you have to save up for it, then save up for it. But as soon as you can afford a larger tank, I would get it. My closed caption is always on just to see what it will say. See? I'm not the only one that does it. Like, especially for someone like me that I don't really pronunciate that well. I slur a lot. I stutter a lot. And it really makes me say some messed up things. But anyways, there is your cold, hard truth for YouTube demonetization. You still get ads. It just cuts down drastically which ads you can get. And it's usually not like the high-paying ads, but you still get ad revenue. But it still shouldn't be happening. I'm not saying it shouldn't happen, but yeah, anyways. Who has one of those creepy Alexa spy bots? Oh, $4.20 super chat. Because you're awesome, Bob. Well, thank you, Chris. I appreciate it, my friend. Heaps of locations is in New Zealand with Waka, which is pronounced with an F. All right. I'm glad you told me that first. Here's $5 to help you get out of networking. Thank you, my friend RJ Riz. I appreciate it. I really, really do appreciate it, guys. And I promise, like, obviously I did my spiel as far as like affiliate links and things like that. You guys got to hold me accountable, because I don't ever want to be one of these people that are like, you know, they got their jar out and they're like, give me money, buy my stuff through my affiliate links and all that kind of crap. I'm gonna, you know, try to make it, how do I want to say this? I want it to be really unintrusive. So yeah, I'm never gonna do the hard sell on you guys, and I've said that from the start. So we'll see. And I'm never gonna give you guys crap either. Like, buy something on $5 for eBay and be like, oh, this is the coolest thing ever. Go click on my affiliate link. Yeah, it's so awesome. And then have it blow up your house or something crazy, right? So that's not gonna be me. But if you ever feel like it's too much, don't be afraid to call me out. But I really doubt it, because that's just not my style. But anyways, I'm reverse psychologying you guys. Buy all my stuff. I might have stuff like, if you play my video backwards, it'll say buy all my crap, buy all my crap. Use my affiliate links. But if you're going through the trouble of playing something backwards, then you kind of deserve it, right? I don't know. It's a nature man. Have a good day, Bob, and everyone later. You want it to be organic? Yeah, exactly. This is why I can't have stuff by my desk. It's a little shrimp cone for shrimp. You can tie moss around there, or you can just leave it like that. But I don't know what it is about this, but shrimp go crazy over these things. But I'm going to tie moss on mine, and it'll probably end up covering the whole thing, so they can't get in anyways. But I'm going to have like little moss domes, kind of what everyone else does. I don't know. We'll see. I'm trying to think, like, what could I don't know. I like the worst imagination ever. I don't know what I could do to this to make it different than just setting it in the substrate. I don't know. But this is why I usually rid of my desk of everything, because I just sit here and play with stuff. I have Alexa control my aquarium lights. That's cool, man. That's cool. I don't have Alexa. I don't have any voice operated anything. I don't know. But I feel like, I mean, I have the app for the Fluval lights, but I haven't used it since the day I made my video. Subswassertang would be good, but Subswassertang is one of the plants that I don't like, because it's like it's like duckweed. It's impossible to get rid of it once you have it. It's like Riccia. If you guys have ever done Riccia, I love Riccia. It's a really cool plant. But if the day ever comes where you guys want to get rid of it, you can't. It's impossible. It's always going to be in your fish tanks. Tie something to it that floats. Maybe, I don't know, guys, but we're gonna end this live stream, because I got fish to feed, I got dogs to feed, I got Bob to feed, and Bob is hungry, and he's referring to himself in the third person, which means I gotta go. So it's been fun. Thank you, RJ and Chris, for the super chats. Thanks everyone for coming and hanging out and liking and sharing and disliking and just participating. I don't care how you participate, as long as you do. I really appreciate it. And I did a Thursday live stream last week. I'm not gonna have time this week, but maybe like a quick live stream in the fish room on Friday, if somebody reminds me. Otherwise I'll forget. But if not, then I'll see everyone next Friday. Thank you guys again for hanging out and talking fish and other crap with me. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you soon, hopefully.